Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We've got a great episode for you today. We're covering everything branched-chain amino acids, absorption levels, increased muscular endurance, anti-catabolic agent. Let's get into this episode.
I'm Billy Hinzo, and I'm obsessed connecting real people to real supplements. Let's get into this video.
All right, so branched-chain amino acids. These are really popular, basically sport drink Gatorade replacement nowadays. There's a lot of different ways that people use branched amino acids or think you can use branched chains, but ultimately we're gonna get down to the facts of why these are gonna be important for you during a workout, before a workout, after a workout, and all of the above. I'm sure you've walked around the gym and seen people carrying around a shaker cup. It's got some kind of color in it or something, and you're wondering, why is that person sipping something during a workout? Well, what that person's trying to do is most likely, unless they're mixing pre-workout or something else, they're going to be drinking branched-chain amino acids during their workout. Let's back this up a little bit and talk about what branched-chain amino acids are in the first place. BCAAs, which is what we'll refer to them as, is the branched-chain amino acids. There's 21 amino acids in a full protein molecule. You need all 21 to be a complete protein. So without having all 21 amino acids present in your body cannot be in an anabolic state where it's building muscle and burning fat. So as soon as you become deficient in an amino acid, and your body eats through that store in your system, you have to pull from muscle to get more amino acids, which is counterproductive. So let's say you're training, and about 30 minutes into your training, you kind of run out of your baseline amino acids. Then your body's going to tap into your muscle stores, break down your existing muscle tissue to keep fueling the workout. So let's recap this. You're in the gym to work out, to tear down muscle, to get more results. Also, if you're not nutritionally sound with your amino acids, you're going to be working out and catabolizing muscle at the same time, which is completely counterproductive. So that's why branched-chain amino acids have become a huge supplement to be using. Now, when I first got started in nutrition, there wasn't even any BCAA drinks. Everyone, predating me, people ate liver pills, for branched-chain amino acid supplements. And then after that, about when I started working in supplements and nutrition about 13, 12 years ago, there were capsules, and you would take branched chain capsules, or if you were super hardcore, you just took plain raw BCAA powder. It wasn't really beneficial to do during a workout because it just had a really raw taste and it was really tough to break down, so there wasn't going to be any absorption going on during training. Nowadays, we have BCAAs that can do that. So let's also talk about why this is going to be important for hard training athletes. Okay, you're like, I'm gonna just get perfect amino acid profiling. I'm gonna have a perfect diet. I'm gonna make sure and have all my proteins lined up throughout the day, have a meal about an hour before a workout or whatever, and I'll be fine. The thing is, if you're a hard training athlete, you're burning through a lot of your protein that you're ingesting in order to repair and rebuild muscle you've already torn down. So when you enter a workout, it's really hard to maintain a full amino acid profile. So interestingly enough, you can't eat a chicken and digest it immediately. You can't eat a steak and digest it immediately. You can't even drink a protein shake and digest it immediately. Even whey protein shakes take 20 to 25 minutes to fully break down. So a branched-chain amino acid supplement is going to be something that you can drink during a workout, and your body can metabolize it, get it into your bloodstream, and help you protect your muscle during training. The other benefit to this is with protecting your muscle, you're also not going to fatigue as fast because your muscle's not getting catabolized to fuel the workout. So you'll be able to work out a lot harder and longer than you normally would without a BCAA supplement. Let's talk about a little bit why BCAAs. Why not just drink an EAA drink? So there's a really popular supplement out there called Amino Energy, and a lot of people use it for BCAA supplementation. Oh, it says amino. That must be branched chain aminos. That's what I need. Of the 21 amino acids, only 12 of them are non-essential, meaning your body can make them on its own. The other 9 are called essential amino acids. And of those 9 essential amino acids, 3 of them, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, make up the branched-chain amino acids. Those are the hardest amino acids to get from food. Leucine is the supremely hardest amino acid to get from food. And we'll go into that a little bit later. But ultimately, there's a lot of amino drinks that might have non-essential amino acids in the amino drink. Non-essential means basically your body can make it by itself. So if you happen to be deficient in the amino, your body will make it on its own. And the essential aminos your body must get from food, cannot make it by itself. So it's either getting it from food or it's getting it from your muscle from food you've eaten in the past. So this is crucial for how, when you're looking to buy a branched amino acid supplement, you want to make sure that you're getting an essential amino acid supplement, and more importantly, getting the branched-chain amino acids, which are the most essential of the essential amino acids. Back to amino energy, it's got a bunch of amino acids. Not all of them are essential. Some of them are non-essential. So if you're getting a product that's an entire jar of aminos and only half of them are essential, half of them are non-essential, you're kind of wasting half the money because your body's just going to make the rest of that all by itself. So you want to be primarily getting branched-chain amino acid supplements, not just overall amino supplements. And also, quick tip, overall, total amino supplements, a protein shake already contains all of the amino acids. So if you're just at home or, after a workout, you're like, I need all of the amino acids, drink a protein shake or eat food. You don't have to take a supplement for that. So BCAA supplementation is the most primarily effective way to get that. So I brought some BCAA supplements with me today. So we have NutriAuthority Amino Factor, we have Giant Performance BCAA, and then we have our Tower Guard Endure BCAA. So we're going to kind of just go over what all these BCAAs do and like what's the difference and et cetera, et cetera. So you can get just the BCAA for during training. That's great. That's what these products are going to be. Amino Factor is essentially just leucine, isoleucine, and valine. It's in a 2-to-1-to-1 ratio, so there's double the leucine that there is isoleucine and valine. That's very standard. You're going to usually find a branched-chain amino acid supplement that has more leucine than it does isoleucine and valine. Now, that's awesome, and that's all you really need to get a perfect BCAA supplement, just if you only want BCAAs. Now, there's a few things that go into that. First thing is absorption rate. So just a branched-chain amino acid product standalone is not going to have a super high absorption rate because you don't just find branched chains by themselves in nature. You can't just go up to a tree and eat a food with all branched chain. It's usually found grouped in with a lot of other amino acids. So absorption rate is going to be a little bit lower. Also, the speed of the absorption is not going to be that high as well. Since it's only a standalone BCAA, it's going to give you the BCAAs, but it's not going to be predigested or any format to make the absorption happen faster so you can experience it during a workout. So if you throw in a scoop of BCAAs, take it to the gym, about 15 minutes in, you start sipping it, it might take 30, 40 minutes to get into the bloodstream, and you've already missed the window to where that will actually help you. So these BCAAs might be amazing for drinking, before a workout if you just want to front load your system, or after a workout if you want extra aminos for extra recovery. But for during a workout, you can get better for sure. So that's where we have our Endure product. We have 3 flavors: Rainbow Rocks, which is like our Skittles; Infinity Berries, which is kind of like a Neon Nerds sour grape flavor. And then we have our standard strawberry watermelon with no cool name, just strawberry watermelon, which is very self-explanatory. So our Endure BCAAs, aside from just having cool flavors and cool colors and all that kind of stuff, has more than just the branched-chain amino acids. So we add in extra leucine. The reason being is there's also been clinical trials not only on branched-chain supplementation, there's been clinical trials on just taking leucine and not taking any of the other branched chains. And some of the endurance performance results and body composition results have been very similar. So there's a lot of studies out there that show leucine by itself is just as good as BCAAs. So we go ahead and take the liberty of adding a ton of extra leucine and having the BCAAs as well. So you're getting more than just the standard 2-to-1 ratio BCAA, you're getting a 5-to-1-to-1 ratio BCAA with an extra 3 grams of added leucine. The next thing we do is to help you with that absorption rate situation. We actually have peptide bonded BCAAs that are bonded to 400 milligrams of whey protein hydrolysate. So hydro whey, and there's only 400 milligrams of it. That's not very much hydro whey at all. But what that is that's hydrolysate whey is predigested whey, and it's also a full protein molecule. So even though there's only a little bit of it, what it's doing is signaling to your body that this is a complete amino acid, so it's going to increase the absorption, and it's also predigested, so you're going to be getting this as you're sipping it. It's going into your system within just a few minutes, not in a matter of like 20, 30, 40 minutes. So this is the kind of thing where as you're sipping it during a workout, it's actually going in and doing its job and helping protect your muscle during training. We didn't stop there though. We also have a full gram of citrulline. So L-citrulline, which is another amino acid, but citrulline is added in here, an extra gram, in order to enable more optimal blood flow. So we talked a little bit about citrulline in our pre-workout episode, if you want to go back and watch that to learn more about citrulline. But essentially, citrulline is the best nitric oxide precursor. So it's giving your body a lot more of that raw material to create more blood flow, open up your blood vessels so you can get more blood pumping to the active site that you're training, and shuttle more nutrients everywhere else. So there's that. We also added in a clinical dose of beta-alanine. So beta-alanine is something else that I've talked about in previous episodes, but beta-alanine is a lactic acid buffer. So, when you work out and are tearing down muscle, your body's secreting lactic acid into your system. And when your lactic acid threshold has been penetrated, meaning you've taken on the maximum amount of lactic acid that you can take on in a training session that your body is adapted to, you basically hit your wall. And how do you know if you've hit your wall? Well, let's say like on the end of a chest day, you go and say, okay, after this set, I'm gonna drop to the floor and do 10 push-ups. You do 2 and your face hits the ground. That's how you know your lactic acid threshold's been penetrated. Obviously, when you're fresh, you probably hammer out 30, 40 push-ups easy, but maybe now you've totally worked out that muscle group to its maximum potential and you've got nothing left, and your lactic acid threshold's done. So even though you want to train and mentally you're like, I want to get in better shape, I want to do more, I want to hit it harder, you can't get there because you're not physiologically able to yet. So by adding beta-alanine into your system and buffering your blood with more beta-alanine, your body's going to be able to slow how quickly lactic acid is penetrating the muscle so you can work out longer and harder before you hit that wall. So let's say if you normally hit your wall 30 minutes in, if you're sipping on Endure, throughout your training, what that's going to do is going to be able to buffer your blood so you'll be able to train a lot harder before you hit that wall. So maybe now it's an hour in or an hour and 15 minutes in where you're starting to get fatigued and tired. Suddenly you went from only having 30 minutes of good workouts to now an hour of good workouts. That's fantastic. Now you can really get to your goals a lot sooner because you're not held back by your own limitations of just being out of shape. So that's a really good thing about this. Another thing is you might get what's called a beta-alanine flush from our BCAAs. A beta-alanine flush is something that people are really uncomfortable with sometimes because it makes you really itchy. So if any of you have ever had a B vitamin flush, it's similar to a B vitamin flush, but a beta-alanine flush essentially, it kind of feels like an itchy or tingly sensation on your face, hands, body, anywhere. I kind of get it up around my ears and stuff like that sometimes, but it's actually healthy for you. What it is your blood rising to the skin level, so you're actually feeling your blood running through your body, and it's not unhealthy at all. Don't take a Benadryl and freak out and think that you're having an allergic reaction. It's just a beta-alanine flush. And as you continue to use the supplement, that flush goes down a lot in effectiveness because your system's buffered with more beta-alanine. So if you're using this daily, you'll get to the point where now I drink this, every workout, and I don't even feel a beta-alanine flush. I'll drink my pre-workout that has beta-alanine, and I'll drink this with beta-alanine. I might be netting 6 grams of beta-alanine, don't even feel a flush. So, or maybe I feel it for a minute and a half or 2 minutes, not very long. So this is not something that you need to be super concerned about, and it's worth it to get really good training in. Now, some people might be drinking BCAAs just for an all-day amino, right? So if you're someone who carries around a gallon all day and you're like, man, I really want to drink water, but I'm not, having a good time, drinking water, I hate it, I don't like the taste or whatever. You're not at the point where you can just drink a gallon of water, no problem. You want to add something for flavor and you've been adding Crystal Light or something else. BCAAs is something that you can add just to your gallon of water daily for aminos. It's going to help, buffer your system against not having enough amino acids, and it's not, just a useless, sweetener or something like Crystal Light. So my caution there is in that scenario, I wouldn't do Endure. I would get something like Amino Factor or Giant BCAA, add that to your gallon or half gallon of water and sip that all day, because there's no point in having a beta flush and getting super itchy and all that if you're just going to be sitting at home, or sitting at work and not working out. So a beta-alanine flush is totally fine if you're about to go crush the weights or, do an outdoor run or something like that, but it's not necessarily great if you're just going to be sitting. So that's kind of the idea with Endure. Endure is primarily a a pre or during work, mostly a during workout supplement, not really a post-workout supplement, where, Nutri-Authority or Giant BCAAs, you can go ahead and use these as an after workout addition to your recovery, an all day addition to getting in enough amino acids, etc. So that's kind of the basic overview of BCAAs. The next thing that I really want to describe with BCAAs is kind of the importance that these come into as we're getting into these videos and you guys are learning more and more about supplements and everything sounds amazing. There's definitely a level to which you need to kind of mitigate your excitement and add in one thing at a time. So if this is your first video and you are like, wow, this sounds great, I want to get aminos, that's awesome, you should totally get BCAAs. However, BCAAs are going to help you protect your muscle and work out a lot longer and harder. Now, if you don't have a protein shake for after workouts, BCAAs are going to be very limited in what they can do. Even if you tear up the gym and you don't have the protein to build you back up, there's not going to be a lot of benefit there. I would even recommend getting a glutamine supplement before getting a BCAA supplement because, again, if you're tearing up the gym super effectively, but you don't have enough for repair and recovery from protein and glutamine, then BCAAs, you might not be noticing the long-term results. I mean, in the short term, you're going to be getting better workouts, but you're going to be extremely sore the next day because you have no glutamine or protein to kind of help repair you. Because the lactic acid is only getting slowed down. You're still going to get a full hit of lactic acid, just going to be later after the beta-alanine's worn off. So I would kind of put branched-chain amino acids in, slot number 3 as far as order of importance. Protein first, glutamine second, and then I would put BCAAs third. That being said, I still count them in the hardcore basics. If I get somebody walk in for their first time taking supplements, I'm totally fine recommending protein, glutamine, and BCAAs. Because one, they're all food-based, none of them have any stimulation or anything like that, and also you're going to notice the difference within a month, not only in your training during, in the gym, but physiologically, you'll notice a change in your body through having proper supplementation, through having all the correct amounts of amino acids. Okay, so there's a lot of best practices, opinions about when to take BCAAs, when it's most important. In a perfect world, we have plenty of aminos and you're able to do aminos before workout, after workout, sip on them all day, during workout, et cetera, but not everyone has an unlimited budget and can be doing like 8 scoops of BCAAs a day. Also, you should watch out if you do too much BCAAs. One of my friends, he used to, he coached football and he'd be out in the sun and he'd be throwing tons of BCAAs in his gallons, pounding a couple gallons of water a day. And at one point he drank so much BCAAs, he started cramping up. So there is some level out there, maybe 12 scoops in a day, you can overdo BCAAs, but most people don't have to necessarily worry about that. So I would first concentrate on getting BCAAs, especially if you're getting Endure or a product that has predigested BCAAs, I would concentrate on getting them during. Just because this is constantly fueling your system during training and you're making sure that you're not ever going deficient during a workout. I'd probably say second most important time is front loading your system. So getting a good dose of BCAAs before a workout, or if you have just like a regular amino, fill a big shaker or big hydro flask with BCAAs and start drinking it on your way to the gym or on your way to training. So you're getting more and more into your system and then continue to drink that throughout the workout. So that'd be, a before during style is my number one time I would recommend getting BCAAs. Then also you could even use these after workout. Now it's a little bit tougher with flavored BCAAs, but if you had unflavored BCAAs, we have from NutriBio unflavored, just straight Leucine, you can add that to your after workout protein shake. It's going to help because you're adding more of the BCAAs, but if you're drinking a whey protein shake, whey protein is already very high it's one of the highest concentration foods of the branched amino acids. So having branched chains with whey protein is not super needed, but again, it's definitely doable. It's definitely going to help aid in your recovery and building more lean muscle mass, but it's not 100% essential to do after workout. So will you see benefit? Yes. Would I rather see you do it before/during a workout? That'd be more ideal. And then lastly would be drinking aminos throughout the day. The downside to this is anytime your body's in a stress state, your body's going to use more nutrients that it normally wouldn't. So a free-form amino acid that your body never sees in nature, your body's going to take it and it'll absorb a little bit of it, but at rest, maybe the absorption's 10 or 20%. But during a workout or after a seriously strenuous workout, that absorption level will bump up to 50 or 60% because it needs it so bad. And the same goes for glutamine. Now, that being said, I would recommend, if you want to drink it throughout the day, fine, but just know you're not going to be getting the same absorption of BCAA by drinking it throughout the day as you would just drinking it, during or around a workout, because your body's going to need it a lot more in those times. One last super awesome tip about branched amino acids that's really going to help increase the absorption of your after workout protein is leucine helps spike your protein synthesis. And the cool thing is if you're drinking BCAAs during a workout, your protein synthesis is going to be way up. So by the time you get out of the gym and you're downing your protein shake is going to be going in a lot more efficiently because you had the BCAA supplement during a workout or leucine supplement. So that's just one more reminder. And you can also get a certain semblance of this by adding just straight L-leucine to the protein shake. But I will warn you, leucine by itself is one of the gnarliest tasting ingredients standalone. I think beta-alanine might be the worst tasting ingredient all by itself, but L-leucine plain is really rough too. So just be cautious before you just go run out and buy an unflavored L-leucine or unflavored beta-alanine or unflavored citrulline. Be aware that it might taste like a poor man's concrete. It's probably one of the gnarliest tasting supplements that I've ever added to something, and you can clearly taste that it's in there. Again, if you're not a beginner, totally fine. Just add it in there and just down the shake. But if you are a beginner, want to be kind of cautious of adding in too many of these standalone unflavored aminos because it can really drag down the taste. Hey guys, I hope you learned a lot about branched-chain amino acid supplements. I hope you are going to maybe think about getting one, adding it to your workout. It's something that's helped me a lot over the years, and it's something that I've been able to add to all my workouts since it's not just a morning or nighttime thing. So that being said, just want to remind you to subscribe, hit notifications. We're doing a protein giveaway, so go ahead and leave a comment on one of our posts, and if you've already subscribed and hit notifications, you'll be able to enter into our drawing to win some protein once we hit 100 subscribers. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.